is going to be focused on our physical wellbeing benefits offered to staff at Imperial. And on today's call, we have Jodie Grant, who is the head of sport operations at Move Imperial, and Abby Sanderson, who is the wellbeing manager. In addition to that, we've also got Sam Hearn here, who is our client services account manager for the BHN Extras network. So we'll run through each of the presentations, which will be recorded, and then we'll pause for the Q&A part, and then we'll continue with the next half. So if I'd like to start with our first presentation, and I'll hand now over to Jodie and Abby.
As mentioned, I am Jodie, and I'm the head of sport operations, and Abby is joining me today as our wellbeing manager. What we're going to do over the next 15 to 20 minutes is just take you through and give you a bit of an introduction of Move Imperial, and the facilities we have, the memberships we have, and any of the services that are open and available to you all. As Kelsey mentioned, at the end of the presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask any questions you have of us. So please do hold off until then and add them to any of the chat if you do have them. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. So first of all, hopefully most of you are familiar with our flagship site, which is the Ethos Sports Centre. And this one is based just off Exhibition Road in Princess Gardens. As the flagship, we've got a gym, an SW7 functional gym. So it's a little bit more of a space that is more of a CrossFit style setup in the gym. We have a studio, which all of our group fitness classes take place in, a 4-court badminton sports hall set up for badminton, basketball, netball, 5-side football, dodgeball, netball, whole range of different opportunities there. We have a new climbing wall that's been in for probably 2 years now. We have 2 squash courts, and then in the basement we have our swimming pool, which is a 5-lane, 25-metre indoor pool, and alongside that we've got a sauna, steam room, and heated lounges that you have the option to use while you're using the swimming facilities. We have 3 different changing room and lockers, so you can easily store your bags, your changing clothes, and things when you are in our centre. Excuse me. We do also have a performance gym, and this is down in the basement, but this one is only available to our scholar athletes and performance clubs, so linked to our student sport activity. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is just a bit of an overview of some of the other facilities that we've got as part of the Move Imperial portfolio. With these, as staff members, you do have the opportunity to use some of these. So we'll quickly just run through what we've got. So Harlington Sports Grounds is our main outdoor sports facility, and this is out near the Heathrow Airport. All of our student sport takes place here. That's an outdoor activity, and we have a range of rugby, football, lacrosse pitches. We've got a hockey sand-based astro. We've got set up for cricket, baseball, softball, a mugger that was put in a couple of years ago, which is floodlit for tennis and netball. And then we've also got a pavilion and bar and function room. About 18 months ago, we had Wi-Fi installed out at Harlington. So anyone who does happen to be out there or lives by and wants to spend a day working there, you just need to get in touch with us and you can log on to the Imperial WPA Wi-Fi. So a nice little opportunity to get out there and see the sports facilities, see some of the students in action while you're working there. Some of our other sites are our satellite gyms. We have 3 of these. One's based at the Charing Cross Hospital, one's based at the Hammersmith Hospital, and then we also have one out at Silwood Park, if anyone is out in the Ascot area. These memberships, so these gyms can be included in a membership with the Ethos membership, which we'll go through shortly. Or if you're based at those sites and they're easier for you to get to, you can take a membership out on those single sites as well. We also have a couple of partner gyms. One is our gym in North Acton and the other is the Westway Sports Centre near the White City campus. And there is opportunities for staff to be able to take out memberships directly with those sites if you're based closer to there and it's more convenient setup for you. We also have a mountain hut up in North Wales, a great little house there, open and available for staff to book at any time. I've just popped a couple of prices on there. If you are interested in that, you just need to pay a £50 deposit, which is refundable after the site has been checked over. And then we just charge £60 per night for you to go. And you don't have to be, all attendees don't have to be at Imperial. So if you're interested in taking your family over for a weekend, we're open to that as well. The final site is our Putney Boathouse down on the embankment in Putney. All of our rowing activity happens here, along with some of our scholar programming. And it's basically a gym, and all of our boats row out of there. So it's a nice little setup there as well. Next slide. Okay, so this is probably the biggest questions that we will have now on what's available to you. And this is our memberships to use any of our sites. So as I say, Ethos is our flagship site, and this is where most of you'd be looking for your memberships. We have 3 different types of memberships available to staff. The first one is free, and it's the staff basic. So if you're just looking to come in and use the site to attend an ad hoc class, attend an ad hoc gym session or swim session, or book any of the sports hall or squash courts, you can do it just with this basic membership. If you have the basic membership, everything you use then is on a pay-as-you-go basis. The next level up is our Club Imperial, and it's £31 per month, minimum 2 months, and you pay that by direct debit. This gives you full access to both gyms, so the main gym and the SW7 gym that I mentioned, as well as the swimming pool and wet facilities down on poolside. And then you also get to book classes or sports hall or squash court at discounted staff prices as well. The next step up is the Club Imperial Gold, which is £44 per month. This is everything that I've just talked about in the £31 price, but classes are included in this, so you wouldn't have to pay anything on top to be able to attend any group fitness classes. So this is kind of the solution if you want to try and do everything on a very regular basis. This will be your best option to go for. The above memberships that I've mentioned, you can also add on to these and have your partner included in your membership. The prices just slightly go up, but the partner has the same benefits as you would have within your membership. You just have to have the same level of a membership. So for example, if you only had the basic membership, your partner could only have the basic membership. They wouldn't be able to have the Club Imperial and you have the basic. So as long as you're on that same level, you'd be able to bring your partner along to those sessions or have that membership with you as well. The final membership option is our bolt-on, and we have 3 different options for staff. We have one for classes, one for swim, and one for climbing. These are all paid per month, and you can add these on to any of the base memberships. So if you've got the basic membership, you can purchase these on top. If you've got the Club Imperial, you might want to add the bolt-on for the class or climbing. And then if you've got the gold, the only one that you'd be looking to add on to is the climbing wall, if that's of interest to you. The only difference with these ones, as mentioned on the slide, is that if you are looking to use the climbing wall, you do need to do a free induction with us first. And this is regardless of whether or not you've had any prior knowledge of climbing, you've done induction at a different site. That doesn't matter. You do need to do one at our site to make sure that you are familiar with what our wall is and what our conditions of use are. Next. Okay. We also, as mentioned, if you've got the staff basic, we do offer pay-as-you-go sessions, and this would apply to the Club Imperial memberships as well if you're looking to book something that's outside of the inclusive option. So just a quick run through on there. If you've got the group fitness classes, the prices range between $350 and $410, depending on what membership level you have. The gym and swimming sessions are both at £7 per session, and this would apply if you've got the basic membership. And then climbing again is £7 per session. It goes for a bit longer, and this would be if you didn't want to buy a bolt-on, but you just wanted to do the climbing session every so often. And then the sports hall and squash courts are available to book on a pay-as-you-go basis as well. But these do vary in costs with, I think it's about £11 or £13 if it was a badminton court or a table tennis, through to a higher price if you're looking to book for a full basketball court. The one thing to keep in mind with any of the sports hall bookings is you can only bring one non-member guest to racket sports only. So if you're booking a squash court, a badminton court, or a table tennis, you could bring someone along with you who's not a member to take part in those sessions. But if you're booking a basketball court, for instance, you would need to make sure that everyone who you're bringing along to that session is a member of Ethos. Now, that could just be the basic membership, but that has to be the minimum in order to be able to come along to those sessions. Yeah. And now I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Abby.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jodie. So I'm now going to talk to you about some of our more wellbeing focused offerings that are available to our staff. So everything that I show you on the next few slides is completely free. So there is no cost associated with what you're about to see from here on in. So Just Move is our main social sport programme. So it gives you the opportunity to try lots of different activities. This programme does operate across different campuses, but just bear in mind, because of the facilities that are available to us at different campuses, you may see a slightly different offering, for example, at White City to what you do at South Kensington. All these sessions are beginner friendly and we provide all of the equipment. So if you're coming to play squash, badminton, or coming to a Pilates or yoga session, you don't need to bring any equipment along with you. We will provide that all free of charge. All of the Just Move sessions are drop-in, so you don't have to pre-book and there is no commitment. So you can come one week, not the next week, and then we can see you again the following week. But just bear in mind, because we don't take any bookings, everything is operated on a first come, first served basis. Some of our sessions are a little bit busier than others. So if you do want to come along to a session like badminton, we suggest coming 5 minutes earlier, just to make sure you have a space on the court. In our sessions that are busier, we rotate everybody around. So it's very social. It's also a great opportunity to connect with other colleagues and meet new people from across Imperial as well. So if you want to have a look at what's on offer near you for Just Move, you view our timetable online. If there are any last minute changes, so an instructor's unwell or isn't able to get to the session, we do try and keep our online timetable and our social media as up to date as possible. But because we don't take any bookings, we don't have any email addresses to contact you directly on. So we do always suggest having a look at our timetable online before you leave your office to attend any activities. Okay, next slide, please. We also have recently introduced our Move Online platform. So again, this is completely free for staff to access. The reason why we introduced this platform, because we had a lot of feedback from staff that their time was very precious and that their working days looked very busy. And sometimes they weren't able to attend in-person activities, but they still wanted to get active. So this platform gives you the opportunity to log in with your Imperial login details and access the sessions from anywhere. So that could be whilst you're on campus, it could be whilst you're at home, or even whilst you're on holiday. It's just a really nice way for you to be able to stay active at home. Most of the sessions require no or very little equipment, but we have some guidance on there. So if it says you need a yoga mat, for example, a towel from the bathrooms, absolutely fine. Or if it says to use weights, sometimes you can use kind of filled water bottles or tins from the kitchen cupboard or whatever you may have. So the idea is you can access this at any time and when suits you best. Next slide, please. So throughout the year, we have a lot of events and campaigns. So these are free activities for you to get involved in. I've highlighted our Imperial's Big Step Challenge, which starts on Monday. And hopefully lots of you have already heard about our challenge. But if you haven't, it's an opportunity for you to join forces with colleagues and compete in sort of, teams of up to 5. The idea is that throughout February, we follow a virtual route all the way up to the Pears Cumbria School of Medicine. And it's just a really good way to get active, get a little bit more movement into your day. So if you haven't already joined our challenge, I'd really encourage you to get involved in that. Throughout February, we've got lots of freebies to hand out and also additional activities for you to get involved in to increase your step count. And also for every 10 active users that we have on the challenge, 1 tree is planted. So it's a really great initiative. As of this morning, we've got over 850 staff members on the challenge. So would really welcome you to get involved in that if you haven't already. Next slide, please. I wanted to share with you our Learn platform. Again, this is a relatively new platform, but hopefully has lots of interesting content for you. So everything on this platform is pre-recorded. There's a variety of educational presentations, workshops, and they're all about leading a healthier lifestyle and a more active lifestyle. So on there, you'll find a variety of different topics. We had a nutrition workshop last week, which was really well attended, and that will shortly be going onto our Learn platform as well. So the idea of this is that you can access the content at a time that suits you, and learn more about getting active and leading a healthier lifestyle. If there is a topic that isn't on our Learn webpage that you'd like to learn more about, please do get in contact with us, because we're always looking to host new kind of topics and areas of interest for our staff. So please do reach out to us if there's something you'd like to learn about that we currently don't have on our webpage. So yeah, thank you, Kelsey. So that is from us at Move Imperial. I'm not sure, Kelsey, if we're going into questions straight away, but happy to take any that people do have.